Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mackie and I hope you're all having a great day today. I'm accompanied by Samantha, so she's just hanging out here. If you don't know who she is, she's my haunted doll that someone sent me unexpectedly. I still don't know who it's from, so she's just gonna sit here. But we are officially on day number 15 of 31 days of Halloween. So we're about halfway through the month, and I don't know about you guys, but it feels like October has been zooming by. I don't know if it's because I've been uploading every single day that's just going so fast, but I want to slow down. I wish there was anything spooky open this year, like any haunted houses or mazes. I miss it so much. There is one thing I'm gonna go do tomorrow night that's gonna be super cool. Hello? So I am going to do something super cool tomorrow night that will bring back that Halloween vibe every year of going to haunted houses. So it's gonna be super cool. So that video will be up probably Saturday. So stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really fun. On another note, Kelsi and I are finally getting back together. She's been so busy and so have I. She was in New Jersey, but we're finally getting back together to film some videos. So we're doing that tonight. It's gonna be super fun. And it kind of correlates with today's video a little bit. So basically what we're gonna be doing today is talking about the crazy clowns that were here years ago and now are slowly coming back, it's looking like. So if you don't know anything about these clowns, just watch this video. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so if you don't know what these clowns are, they have been known by 3 names. So I've heard them been called the creepy clowns, the killer clowns, and the crazy clowns. The reason they get this name, well, I'll just give you guys the backstory. So the first sighting of one of these clowns was in August 2016 in South Carolina. Someone had called the police and reported a man dressed as a clown lurking in the woods. They called the police, and after that it hit the news and people were freaking out, like what is this man doing dressed as a clown? After that there slowly started being more and more reports, and people thought is copycats just trying to copy this man, trying to prank their friends, just be funny. But by the time it reached October 2016, it was a full-on mess. The US was the most prominent in these clown sightings, and then Canada had a bunch too, as well as other countries around the world. I know the UK had a bunch of crazy ones. Like I said, at first everyone thought it was just normal people getting in the Halloween spirit, dressing up like clowns, and then it started to take a darker turn. These clowns would be holding knives, bats, any type of weapon they could find. And then when they'd see someone walking alone or at night in a park, wherever, they'd come charging out at the person, holding their weapon of choice in the air. So at this point it started to get scary, obviously, and people would start calling the police and reporting them. The clowns were being arrested if they got caught because no one knows what their intentions are, no one knows what they're doing here. And the scary part is, well, some of the clowns would be spotted during the day, but the majority of them were spotted late at night in very secluded areas, such as parks, forests, random roads that no one really drives on, just the most abandoned areas. That's where you'd find the clowns. So specifically in my area, I remember one day in school, I was a junior or senior. There's one day in October that our whole school just got canceled. There was no classes that day. Everyone stayed home because the night before there had been one of the creepy clown sightings in the recreation park directly across the street from my school. So the man was holding a knife, so someone called and reported it, and they just called the school and were like, hey, like, this is what happened last night. Don't let anyone go to school tomorrow, just to be safe. So we actually had to stay home from school for it, and there were a lot in my area as well as other coastal towns along the California coast. So it was like a real problem. I remember my mom and my friend's parents were like, hey, like, don't go out to any parks. If you're gonna go out, sit in your car or hang out at someone's house, just don't go in a dark, secluded area because you don't know what's gonna be there. So of course we thought it was super cool and fun, and we went clown hunting a couple times, as a lot of people did during this time. A lot of people were going clown hunting. You never found anything, but it was a really creepy vibe. As far as why these people were dressing up like clowns, a lot of people speculate that the reason these people had been dressing up like clowns is because they were idolizing a terrible human being named John Wayne Gacy. If you don't know who this is, he's the original killer clown in a very dark and terrible way. So he would actually go dress up as a clown that parents would hire to come to their children's birthday parties. What the parents didn't know when hiring him is that he was a serial killer who had taken the life of 33 young boys during the 70s. So he eventually got caught, of course, and he spent the rest of his life in jail until he passed away. But a lot of people speculate that these clowns, at least the violent ones who were carrying weapons, were part of some sort of cult that idolizes this man and wants to continue on his legacy, which is the most dark and twisted and disgusting thing I've ever heard. Okay, so another reason why people think it's more of a cult is because the clowns themselves dedicated a day. I don't know if you guys know about this. A lot of people don't even know about this. Basically, the clowns made a specific day dedicated to themselves when they were going to commit all their crimes and violent actions and go on a rampage and basically a killing spree. And that day is October 30th. It's called Clown Purge. It's like the craziest thing, but you can look it up. So it's called Clown Purge. It's the night before Halloween, and this is when the clowns would all get together and basically take over the town and the city. So I don't think it's ever actually happened, but I'm not too sure. I just know even to this day there's still talks of like, hey, be careful on the night before Halloween because it's Clown Purge. That's like the trippiest thing to me, and it's crazy that a lot of people don't even know about this. So that's Clown Purge. So now that you guys basically know the background of where these clowns originated from, and I've heard that it actually started years and years and years ago that these clown sightings were had, but just in our generation, this is when it kind of blew up the most. Okay, so now we're here 2020, 4 years later, and we're starting to see clowns again. And a lot of people are starting to pair this up to election time. Because 4 years ago, when the sightings were all happening, we were going into an election. And so why is it exactly 4 years later we're getting ready to go in an election and the clowns are popping up again? But then again, it is 2020 and this would be the year for something like this to happen. So on a side note, I do want to hear your guys' theories of why they're all popping up all of a sudden again. Those are just the theories that I've heard. Now that they're popping up again, people have been seeing them all around the world once again in dark alleys, forests, abandoned roads, parks late at night, just the creepiest places once again. And the most prominent place that it's been seen is tunnels, haunted tunnels. So if you saw mine and Kelsi's videos a couple weeks ago of us going to the clown tunnel, yeah, so if you saw that video, you would have seen that there are clowns spray painted all over this tunnel, and I actually didn't know this, but apparently there had been clown sightings in that tunnel before. We had no idea. Keep in mind, this is just a tunnel that Kelsi was born and raised going to, playing with her friend Maddie when they were little kids. So she's been going here forever and she didn't know anything about this. She just knew that some sketchy stuff went on in that tunnel, and that's why we started going there. And then all of a sudden it blew up apparently, and yeah, then Sam and Colby went there, and yeah, we're still just tripping on that, how they even found that tunnel, because like I said, that's like somewhere Kelsi would play as a little kid. Like, no one knows about that tunnel, so it's just crazy to us that they found it. Okay, but supposedly there have been clowns sighted in that tunnel, and there is a very, very weird vibe. It sounds like someone's walking in the tunnel all the time, so I really wouldn't doubt it if they were there. That seems like the perfect place for them to go. So now that the clowns are being spotted once again, of course, Kelsi and myself are interested, and we want to know more about this and see one for ourselves or just do some investigating on the whole thing. So tonight we're gonna go and do something and try to see a clown. Basically, we're gonna go randonauting and we're gonna try to manifest seeing a clown. So I have no idea if this is even gonna work, like who knows, but I think it's gonna be a fun video no matter where we end up. It's always an adventure, so I'm excited to go wherever we end up going. She's gonna come over in my area and we're just gonna manifest a clown. And also I think it's more prominent that we're seeing the clowns now. If you haven't seen them all over TikTok, I think the reason there are so many on TikTok is because it's the generation of TikTok. Everyone has their phone ready to go. Everyone wants to upload a video. So I feel like a lot of people are ready to take that video of the clown, and that's why we're seeing so many right now compared to 2016. We didn't have that back then. We had Instagram, and you're not really gonna post a video on Instagram. So one last thing about 2020's creepy clowns is that they're actually trying to lure children into the woods or wherever they're at. So they've been seen doing this, luring children in with money or candy or anything a child would like. So be super careful with that. It's just so disgusting. So I just want to put that out there so any parents or anyone out there is aware of it. If you have little children, just warn them about this because it's really bad right now. So just be careful. But yeah, I just want to put that out there as the last thing. But that is kind of the backstory and leading up to where we are right now with these creepy clowns. In tomorrow's video, you're going to see me and Kelsi going to look for one of these clowns and see. We have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, I'm like nervous, but actually super excited for this. So I guess just get ready for tomorrow. I'm gonna wrap up this video there, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my new videos this month. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.